the two biggest reasons that Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, to me, didn't completely work as an Indiana Jones film, or even rather as a film in general. Now, as a sequel to Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I do think it is a bit of an improvement. I don't think Crystal Skull is one of the worst films of all time, but it is one of the most disappointing films I've ever seen. This movie, although it does sometimes, and I am going to stay mostly all non-spoiler for this, so if you haven't seen the film, this is totally safe. As a sequel to a film that was widely despised by most general audiences, critics, and fans of this franchise, I think this film is an improvement. I think Harrison Ford is given a lot more here to do emotionally as an actor. He's able to stretch his emotional ranges and is able to show off many different aspects to his acting abilities that he hasn't been able to do in previous films. And, some of that is because he's not able to be as physical, which is part of the downside of having an 80-year-old actor playing a 70-year-old version of the character, but there are still some moments in there where he gets to shine, and there are some other moments where I felt like I did need to stretch my level of disbelief. From the trailers, you know that there is a sequence in the movie where Harrison Ford is de-aged, and although I don't think this is one of the two biggest problems, and I will get into that here in just a second, that is one of the biggest problems of this movie is, to me anyways, is the de-aging. I think they would have been a lot better off if they had gone more deepfake. It's still not perfect, and deepfake has still got a long way to go, but to me anyways, I think that the voice and the shifting of the face just seems a bit cleaner and a bit more accurate in deepfake technology in at least some higher end like Mandalorian Season 2 versus some of the stuff presented in this film, at least to me. You don't have to agree, that's totally okay, but that's my opinion. Now, the two biggest things that I think this movie failed to do for me was, number one, get me to like the other main protagonist in this film, played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who's a good actress, but Helena. I never gravitated towards this character. I never felt really all that emotionally attached to the character, and I felt like she was in a way designed to be dislikable from the start, and then maybe by the end, they had some setup there to maybe whatever, but I just didn't like how she treated Indiana Jones here, or Dr. Jones rather, and I just felt like we spent so much more time on her where we could have spent so much time on other things. Now, the second biggest thing to me personally is the story. I do like the fact that we went a little bit with a darker route with Indiana Jones. Now, we didn't go full Logan, we didn't go full The Dark Knight, not anything super dark or rated R with anything like that. But it is definitely different than the same Dr. Jones that we've seen in the first original trilogy and even from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And in a way, that's a good thing, that's refreshing. And like I said, we get to see Harrison Ford really get to stretch his vocal chops or his acting chops that we haven't gotten to see in previous films. But in another way, we do get to miss on some of the more fun, adventurous aspects from the original films. And although I liked the story that they were going for, it was not executed nearly as good as they were expecting, not nearly as good as I was expecting, or at least hoping for. Because I'm a big fan of James Mangold, I think he's a great director, and it was, fun to see Antonio Banderas in there, and Sallah, and Mads Mikkelsen just gets better and better with age, I swear, but I will say that none of these characters really got as much to do as I was quite hoping. As an Indiana Jones sequel, it is definitely a good time. I wouldn't say it's revolutionary, I wouldn't say it's great, and it's just barely a thumbs up, just because Harrison Ford's still a lot of fun. He's still great in this role, and we still get one last ride, one last adventure with Indiana Jones. But there is a lot of annoyances and a lot of things that pull you out of the film. The CGI, like I said, the other kind of dislikable characters at times, and just the overall story just feeling so different than some of the other Indiana Jones movies is refreshing, but at the same time also feels a little out of place in other sequences. Those are just my thoughts. What are your thoughts, more importantly, on Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and how would you rank the Indiana Jones movies? Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit that subscribe button or like this video if you haven't done so already. I hope you're all having a great, happy, safe 4th of July. Blow some stuff up. Have some good time with your family. And if you don't celebrate, have some good time with your family anyways. Maybe don't blow anything up, but watch some movies where they blow some stuff up. And until next time, guys, take care.